Your Majesties, masters and mistresses of the Order of the Pelican, people of the known world, as we have spoken before, Your Majesties, we petition this day for the admission of Viscountess Telisia Brutusdottier, known as Telisia Brutusdottier, into our right noble Order of the Pelican.
Viscountess Telisia Brutusdottier, defender of the West, companion of the Order of the Gut de Song, companion of the Order of the Grail of the Summits, companion of the Order of Courtesy of Audientum, come now before their Majesties of AnTir. Viscount Aaron Duncan speaks now for the royal peers.
Your Majesties, I'm Viscount Aaron Duncan. It's been my privilege to actually help Telisia become a Viscountess. Actually, it was through her inspiration that she got such rank. To me, the royal peers are a little bit different from the rest of the peers. It's a position taken, not given, not honorably given. Trusted amongst many people to be collected into that group. It's our responsibility to make sure that once we do become a royal peer, that we act like those peers who are honored in such a way and displayed in such a way that they are given the peerage of the Pelican, the laurel, chivalry. It's been a great honor reigning with you in this great land here. I was doubly honored when I got a phone call, and the first thing I said was, I totally think Telisia should be a Pelican. And the answer was, how'd you know? My answer was, I'm right. I was that confident in her throughout the reign that she should be a Pelican. She inspired me such, and she inspires me to continue with the road to chivalry. Thank you so much, Telisia.
Sir Gabriel Loveday speaks now for the Order of Chivalry.
I met this woman many years ago when she first came to us in the STA. She served me as she served many others since then. At first I thought, this woman is either going to burn herself out or she's going to go far. I'm so glad you've gone far. When I was asked to speak, I considered speaking of her service. I'm not a Pelican. I'll leave that to you guys. Instead, I will speak as a fighter. I've never had the privilege of you consorting with me. In the fighter's way. Did not come out. You've never been my consort on the field. However, I still find myself inspired by you. The way that you handle yourself with grace and courtesy to all people at all times, especially during your service, makes me want to be a better man on and off the field. Thank you.
Duke Vic Vikingson speaks now for the Order of the Laurel.
Majesties. So, I would speak to you as a member of the Order of the Laurel, and I believe the cornerstones to the Order, one of the cornerstones for the Order of the Laurel would be creativity. And I'm speaking about a lady who is about to become a Pelican, and that might not make a lot of sense. You think, well, how does creativity fit into the entire picture? Well, she very creatively can tell people how to go somewhere. Everyone that will speak for you, I probably have known you for the least amount of time, and yet I've seen you when I was king and you were princess in some amazing pressure situations, and you always carried yourself with dignity, and I enjoyed your creativity and how you approached the situations that you were dealt with. And sometimes we would discuss other avenues, but you always came up with the right decision, and it was pleasurable to have you on the thrones. And I wanted to say thank you for that, and I wanted to say congratulations. This is well earned and well deserved and well given. Thank you.
Baron Brutus Solomon speaks now for the populace of AnTir.
It is a great honor to be here right now. I am not a royal peer. I am not a Pelican. I am not a laurel. I am not a knight. But, and many of you, as many have said this is my daughter. Now, that has also come out of, how does that work? Because it's kind of a convoluted story, because in a way, she's also my mom. Yeah, exactly. So, this fine lady, I met her back in '06 at Bargamel. My cohort, my senior cohort, Sumaya, brought her. Here was a very shy, but eager to grasp onto something that was new and exciting for herself. And I just saw it in her eyes. And through that short time of that event, by the end of the night, in my tradition as Baron of Adiantum, I was asked to give her a name. So, in my tradition, I said, "You are Telisia." Okay, that was awesome. Well, next thing you know, she comes to me and she says, "I want to be one of your cohorts. I want to serve. I want to be out there and do the things and learn and grasp and just have a good time with it." And I said, "Okay, let's go." I said, "Because you're going to hit the ground running." And me, being the Baron that I wasn't the easiest to serve. I do a lot of running around. I pace a lot. I'm OCD about a lot of things. But I gradually came to the conclusion that she was like my mom, because she was always taking care of me. Heck, I'm wearing the clothes that she made for me right now. She would make sure that I was fed, that I was taken care of. Much as I hate to say it, I did forget my cornet one time. And she drove 3.5 hours back home to get it and bring it back to me. I had another event. I apologize. She asked me if she could take my name as her last, being Brutusdottier, because I named her. I guided her into a way to be a cohort, to serve. And I asked her only one thing: serve with honor. I said, you go out and not only serve the barony, serve the summits, serve the kingdom, serve other kingdoms, as you have, in every way, shape, and form. And this woman has literally run herself ragged and loves every minute of it, serving. And all I can say is this: look at you now.
Dame Elspeth von Bremen speaks now for the Order of the Pelican.
Sweetheart. My lords and ladies, I am Mistress Elspeth von Bremen. I hail from the kingdom of Aitenveld. And at the moment, I am serving as your society hierarchy. I'm speaking to her from a multiple level, because she is also my protege. Your Majesties, I hope you'll forgive me if I mention just something a little bit modern. Some of you may or may not remember a movie that came out a long time ago called Fame. In this movie, there was a dancer named Leroy. I think his name was Leroy. Anyway, there was a scene in the movie where someone made a comment to him, and he responded by saying, "Dance is not what I do. It's who I am." I believe with all my heart that that concept applies to service, and specifically service within the SCA. We understand that serving is fun. Y'all need to try this. Volunteering rocks. You meet the most amazing people. You learn the most amazing things about others and about yourself. And you meet extraordinary people along the way. And you look at them the first 3 minutes you've met them and go, "Oh, wow, yeah, I've got to scoop her up before somebody else realizes how cool she is." And you look inside their heart and you realize that service is not what they do. It's not an action. It is an extension of their soul. And that what they are doing is a gift to the populace and to the kingdom from their heart. Everything that I hold holy.
Is it now your desire that Telisia be admitted into our order?
Yes, Your Majesty. Are you sworn in fealty to another?
My Baron? This time
You speak for a moment, Your Majesty? Yes. Telisia, I'm new to this Baron thing, and you haven't been my cohort for very long, but you have been a cohort for a while. I haven't worked with you as a cohort much, but we've been friends for a very long time. And I've watched you work as a cohort, as doing other things, and I know to your service the dedication that you throw into everything, even the selfless abandon that you throw yourself into our Friday night Dungeons and Dragons game. And I couldn't be more thrilled to lose my first cohort. Congratulations.
Well, I trust that after you say yes, that when I give this belt back to you, you will do me the honor of passing it on to your first student, and do them the honor that you have done me. All right, Sniffle. All right, go.
Well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept this from our hands?
Then will you, Telisia Brutusdottier, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world as far as is within your power.
Is there a medallion?
Yes, Your Majesty. If y'all have a chance, you need to take a look at this. As a Chirurgeon, it's really kind of against our religion to have somebody bleed around us. So, this pelican has 2 Band-Aids
Big boss!
Let her be robed as befits her state. Your Majesty.
You did.
May I speak? Yes.
Everybody from AnTir knows I can't say anything without crying, so bear with me. Telisia and I started in playing in the SDA about the same time. First time I saw her, I met her, she was on retinue for Brutus. Making sure that nobody got anywhere near him if he didn't want anybody. It was pretty awesome, she blocked well. And then we were on several retinues together, and I got talked into being a Chirurgeon, but then I wanted to anyway. And then Erin and her won, and then Vic won for me. And it was so amazing ruling together. She was like my sister, and we were always talking, and that's one of the big ways, other than with Vic, that I got through our reign, because it was so much fun. And I wanted to make this for you. I was asked to make it for you, but I did it all myself because it's a challenge. And it's all done by hand. And you know I love meal helping.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful.
I haven't seen it.
Yes,
Hopefully it fits.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes. It's made of thick wool so that you can hang out in Chirurgeon's Point and not freeze to death.
Oh, thank you.
Let it be known that on this day, Viscountess Telisia Brutusdottier has been admitted to the right noble Order of the Pelican and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of AnTir. Would you now swear fealty to the crown?
I would.
Upon which symbol of state would you swear fealty?
It's just a bit dark.
Yeah, let's see the color.
AnTir. Here the kingdom of to become your liege woman of life, limb, and earthly worship. To become your liege woman of life, limb, and earthly worship. Faith and truth will I bear unto you. Faith and truth will I bear unto you. To live and die. To live and die. Against all manner of foes. Against all manner of foes.
We, for our part, do accept these words and swear to defend you and your household against all who would do you harm. Let all know that you are under the protection of the Sable Lion. So say we, Ulfur, King.
So say we, Kiva, Queen.
Mistress Telisia, go to your peers.
We're this